And now, please help me give a very warm welcome to St. Elizabeth's Agency Director, Mr. Mark Casper.
Good evening. On behalf of the council and staff of St. Elizabeth Catholic Charities, I would like to thank you for attending our annual Giving Hope, Changing Lives Gala. We're excited to have all of you here tonight, a record 714 of you. For so many years, we hosted about 650, but this year we not only finally reached the magic 700, we crushed it. Yeah. In the AV walkthrough earlier today, I hope it was a joke, they said, "Who's that guy?" So I guess I have to start with how did we get here? Certainly 18 years have flown by. This happens when you love your job, you admire the staff you work with, you love helping people with needs, and are blessed to be supported by the most caring and generous community. Tonight, we are excited to be able to share two client stories. First, an adoption video that does a great job of telling Mary Beth and Carl's journey creating their forever family. But this year, we can take that picture down. But this year, we also wanted to share something we have never done as part of our Gala Adoption Talk. We wanted to share the story of the adoption from our staff's view. We normally have most of our client stories told in person on Gala night, but this story needed to be recorded to allow it to be told in a way that it captures the love of the birth parents, the adoptive family, and the St. Elizabeth staff. Secondly, Rajay tells a story about a former resident's time in our maternity home and the impact St. Elizabeth made on that young girl's life. These two talks do a great job of telling the St. Elizabeth story, so much better than an annual report with lots of numbers and graphs. These two stories represent what St. Elizabeth has been, is today, and strives to be in the future. For that next person who comes to our door needing help. St. Elizabeth provides for many parenting moms in various parts of their journey. It is often those very first steps, those baby steps, that are most difficult. And those are the ones that change her life and give opportunity to her children that are often inconceivable in her darkest days. I applaud all of our courageous moms meeting their struggles one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. As I often say, St. Elizabeth has always and continues today to offer opportunities for hope of a better tomorrow. We are happy to be awarding the Spirit of Hope to Leah McCright and Ken Johnson. This award acknowledges the recipients' involvement in helping St. Elizabeth Catholic Charities carry out their mission. When I think of these two, I can't imagine a better servant model. These two have served on the council for 16 of my 18 years at the agency. I've learned from them, trusted them, and relied on their counsel, and they've become very special friends. With others, Ken and Leah led the agency during a period of rapid growth. As you can see, much growth has occurred, and they helped plant strong roots that will allow the agency to grow in future years. I am very excited for you to hear more about our 17th and 18th Spirit of Hope recipients. I look back at my very first Gala's talk 18 years ago, and I found this line. Time moves forward. Employees come and go. Properties and buildings are renovated, and programs change. Yet the mission of St. Elizabeth Catholic Charities is still present, vital, and just, and this remains true today. I want to acknowledge my wife, Cindy, daughters, Katie and Cassie, and son-in-laws, Devin and Rick. There are many times they could have been on the payroll over the years. They have painted, cleaned, organized, helped with fundraisers, helped on renovation projects, picked up furniture donations, and too many other things to mention. But they stood with me, supporting something I cared so much about. I also want to thank the staff and the former staff that do the thousands of little things that allow St. Elizabeth's to be the place it is. From the business side and fundraising of the agency to the hands-on, day-to-day care for those we serve. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's heartbreaking. But they do it with passion and incredible dignity for our clients. St. Elizabeth could not do all that it does without our incredible volunteers. While St. E's has 15 full-time employees and 11 part-time staff that mostly work in the shelter 24/7, we have 122 reoccurring volunteers that lead with their hearts and dedication to help others. And our current and past council leadership, they could be the poster child for giving time and talent. At every bumper curve, they're jumping in wherever needed, helping however they can, and always telling the St. Elizabeth story to connect us to those who can help us do more or be more efficient. It will be difficult to leave a place I love so much. It was never a job. There was never a day I dreaded going in. I was recently asked what I love most about St. Elizabeth, and it was an easy answer. I am blessed in my position to witness every day in all of our programs, the baby steps that those we serve take. For every Gala client story that you hear, there are thousands of small things that happen to make someone experience love and gain self-esteem and determination that they can do this. I will miss seeing the growth of those in our care making on their journey. A few months into my time at St. Elizabeth, I was asked what I observed about the agency 18 years ago. I described St. E's as good people doing good things, almost as a negative. I say this because for all those that work with me, they know I like processes. This includes spreadsheets, analysis, and details like council meetings being scheduled in 2 to 3 minute increments per topic. I am happy to report today what I've learned about St. Elizabeth after all these years is good people doing good things. I want to close with a thank you for all of you that have and will be investing your time and talent and treasure to make St. Elizabeth all it can be. I say that because St. E's is not bricks and mortar, nor any one person or group. We are what the community makes it possible for us to be. So whether your support is driven by the cause of homelessness, pro-life, empowering women, addiction, mental health, domestic violence, protecting children, disabilities, or creating forever families, we thank you. Tonight, I ask you to listen to our clients' stories and know that you're helping them and our clients tomorrow who hope to share their story of success at a future gala, and none of this would be possible without all of you. Thank you, and God bless.